Hey everybody, this is TJ Watkins, author of The Shift, Moving from Victim to Explorer to Yourself. Welcome to day 21. Today I want to discuss an important topic that is affecting your life right now and probably impact those around you. And that is the state of being overwhelmed. Now you and I, we have had the experience of being overwhelmed. And for most of us, we don't live out our best selves, as we say, when we are in a state of overwhelm. So what causes this state of overwhelm, you may ask? And I've observed this for many, many years. And I've come up with a very simple name for it. And overwhelm is caused by an increase in worry-based mind activity. Now, what the hell is worry-based mind activity? Worry-based mind activity is when you focus on things that is not under your immediate control and probably not even your responsibility. That means you have taken on responsibilities that's actually somebody else's. But your desire to control, driven by a fear of failure, is it's creating this highway of energy into your mind of just worry. Because now you're doing things that are not your responsibility, that is actually in someone else's space. And on top of it, it is driven by your internal control issues that is now forcing you to take on other responsibilities that you now take on, increases your worry-based mind activity, and boom, we've got the formula for overwhelm. Now, how do we create that? And I'm not asking why. Why is a loop question? I'm asking how. And the reason why I'm asking how did we create this is because I want to see the mechanism. I want to see the ingredients list and the formula that we use to create this sense of overwhelm. So the first thing that I do when I'm about to create overwhelm in my life, guess what I do? Someone asks me to do something and I say yes without thinking. So for everybody that I say yes to, that is actually most of the time their responsibility, I now take that responsibility off their hands and I take it into my own. And sometimes I may do it because I have a degree that I want to be in control and I have a fear of failure that this is my project and I want to make sure that it really happens. Or other times it is just that I want to be a good person and I just want to help my friend out. The best way to help your friend out is to have them have their own experiences and learning from those experiences. Remember, when you take on the savior role, through trying to be a good person, you are going to increase your worry-based mind activity tenfold because you are now out of your lane, so to speak. So let's bring this together. Worry-based mind activity is then simply preventable by, from the outset, only saying yes to things that's in your immediate control, that is within your responsibility lists. If it falls out of those responsibility lists, sometimes you can say yes to them. But if you make it a habit and a practice of saying yes to things that are not your responsibility, guess what? Everybody will stand in line to make sure that they can hand you the next load of responsibility. Oh, you're good at that? Oh, why don't you do mine? Oh, why don't you do mine? And nobody actually becomes skilled and empowered to take care of their own life and their own life circumstance. So when you can sit in your lane and do only the things that are on your plate and just say yes to a few things that may not be in your area of responsibility, then that's okay. But as a general rule, you would have to say no to things that are not your responsibility. And this is especially true in your professional life. Because in your professional life, people in general will feed on your ability to do something that is their responsibility. And some of you may argue with that, but that is the reality. If I take on someone else's role and do something for them once, I promise you they would expect me to do that again. So if you in fact do something, make it clear that this is a once-off thing, and then you stick by it. I'm not saying don't do it, because you are going to have to practice this, and the practice of this is more important. In order for you to reduce your body-based mind activity, you've got to stay in your lane, in your area of responsibility. And that means the key thing that you will have to do is say no to anything that does not fall into that area of responsibility. I know I've said a lot, I probably pushed a few buttons, but it's all good. I suggest that you go out and you practice this. It's going to be hard, but you can do it. Until I see you again. Cheers.